Hey guys, well, I'm back with another episode. So this time I'm going to demonstrate something that's probably pretty basic to some of you, but some of you may not know about it, and it would be incredibly helpful for you to know how to do. A lot of people have spent a lot of money on buying Pokeballs and lots of other gear that they probably could have gotten if they just bothered to go farming. Now, farming is what we would call in the AR gaming world pretty mundane and pretty monotonous. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what you might want to know if you want to go farming in Pokemon Go. The first thing that you're going to want to know to do is to plan out a route. Okay, on this map, have parked my... Oh, there's a Pidgey. I parked my car here. Okay, I then hit that Pokestop, and then the other purple one right there. I'll come back to the other one later. And then I've come around the corner to hit this next one. So once I go and hit this one, I'm actually going to follow them around. They actually follow a pretty nice path. I'll follow it to this one right behind this gym. Come around all the way out. Whoopsie daisy. It's getting a little twisty-turny here. I'll go out there where that yellow gym is at right there. And curve back around. Come back down to this path over here. If you can see where I'm pointing, down this way, and then follow that path. Whoops. Follow that path back. I just clicked on the gym. I don't want to take down the gym right now. Could, but I don't want to. And obviously you can see there's some more over here. I'd follow those back around and then end up eventually at the place where I started. So that's the idea. And if you keep doing that in a circle, you'll actually be able to just, like, for an unlimited amount of time, be able to get practically unlimited gear. So that was a weak spin. This is a great way to get tons of gear and without too much work. And it helps if you're incubating your eggs. You can walk, get gear, and incubate your eggs at the same time. So that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and catch this Pidgey if it's not too high a CP and not too difficult to catch. So it's 41. I assume that that's gonna be pretty easy. But you never know with this game. It's a little inconsistent. Alright. So, come on. I don't really care about your stats, buddy, right now. CP that low, nobody cares about your stats. Seriously. Okay, got another little bit of gear there. I'm gonna look like a fool talking to myself. If anybody were to see me. But I'm in a pretty remote area. I don't see any people around me. So, almost lost that berry. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. Whoop. I need to cut back up real quick. Can't go in necessarily a straight line the whole time. So I'll cut back up real quick. And that way, I will get this little guy who's off the beaten path a little bit. Okay. And another hyper... I have so many hyper potions right now. It's crazy. Ooh, yeah, I'm not walking through that. It's a little muddy. So, and I'm in my nice clothes. Now you'll notice I catch a lot of Pidgeys. I actually bother to catch them. And I'll tell you why. Because these guys are XP grinding material. Okay? You can catch at least like 12 Pidgeys a day, and every time you catch 12 Pidgeys, and they run away. Every time you catch 12 Pidgeys, you can evolve 4 of them. And if you have a lucky egg going, that's $1,000 a pop. $1,000 XP a pop for evolving a Pokemon of any kind. It's $500 a pop, I guess, technically on the basic. So say you evolve 4 of them, which is what you would do if you had 12. You could easily get 2,000 XP out of just catching Pidgeys in a day. It's easy XP. Easy way to level up. You can tell just a few days I've already hit level 20, so it's been really pretty easy. So, alright, here we go. Here is another... I didn't get anything too great out of that. What is that? So I know where I'm going. Good to know. So universities are one of the best places to hit up farms. That and parks. Parks are pretty big, and downtown areas also pretty good places to farm. There's a lot of stops and gyms in a small area, so it makes it pretty easy to get some gear. Not so great for XP necessarily. You know, if you wanted to do that, you'd have to start evolving Pokemon, which you just have to do that anyway. So, the other thing about walking around, hold on, be quiet for a second. I don't want to seem like I'm crazy walking around catching mythical beings. The other thing is that, goodness, Bellsprout. The other thing that you have to keep in mind is that eggs also give you XP, and quite a bit of it. So walking around actually helps you get XP as well. There's really no downside to farming. You get gear, you get eggs, you eventually get XP, you collect Pokemon, which also give you XP, so you're really not losing out anytime that you decide to participate in farming. And also, if you go out with a group, it's actually a lot more fun to go farming with a group. I would have brought my wife with me, but she is busy tonight. And if you go in a group, you can actually get quite a bit of gear that way. You catch certain things that maybe other people would notice. What is that? Caterpie. I actually have a hard time finding these guys, surprisingly. That's not gonna catch. That ain't gonna catch at all. So the idea of farming is if I keep going in this pattern repeatedly until my bag is full, I would have pretty much an unlimited amount of gear, and I would never run out of eggs. Because I would constantly be hatching eggs. I put a lot of emphasis on putting my 2 kilometers in incubators, so that way I always have something on hand to incubate an egg with, getting XP that way. If the more 2 kilometer eggs you hatch, there are squirrels. The more 2 kilometer eggs you hatch, the more room you have for, holy crap, that's a lot of Pokeballs. The more room you have for other eggs to be incubated so that you can quickly get XP from those eggs. And if they're new Pokemon in those 2 kilometer eggs, which is possible, you end up getting quite a bit of XP. So, also, they give you a ton of candy and Stardust. And that's helpful. That's really helpful no matter what you're doing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was useful. Go out, go find some universities, some parks, some downtown areas, lots of historical places, and go farming with your friends, okay? It'll definitely help you out in the long run because you'll be loaded up with tons of gear and you won't have to worry about getting it later on in the future. Alright guys, well that's all I've got for you today. I hope you got something out of it, and have a good day. I'll see you in the next episode.